Let me ask you something personal. What if the clutter in your home isn't just clutter? What if it's quietly stealing your energy, making your days heavier, and holding you back from the life you still want to live? For so many older women, the cost of clutter isn't just about messy rooms, it's about safety, independence, and peace of mind. And here's the truth, the longer you wait, the harder it gets. Stay with me, because in this video, I'll not only show you why decluttering can't wait, but I'll also share the story of a woman who nearly learned this lesson too late. Her journey will reveal how clutter builds up, why it takes such an emotional toll, and how small, simple steps can change everything. Meet Marjorie, a 69-year-old retired nurse and grandmother of 4. She spent her life caring for everyone else, her patients, her children, and now her grandchildren. Like many women, she always said, "I'll get to the house later." Her home was full of love, but also full of decades of belongings. Closets stuffed with uniforms from her nursing days. Drawers of birthday cards from friends and family. Kitchen cupboards with 3 blenders, 2 crockpots, and pans she hadn't touched in years. Marjorie wasn't lazy. She wasn't careless. She was simply busy taking care of life. And then, suddenly, later had arrived. One morning she looked around her home and felt the weight of it all. She told me, "I feel like I've been carrying my whole life on my back, and I can't set it down." At first glance, clutter looks like stuff. But to Marjorie, and to so many women, it was more than that. It was emotional weight. She admitted that every time she walked into her living room, she felt defeated, not because it was dirty, but because it was filled with reminders of things she hadn't dealt with yet. Psychologists at Declutter studied families and found that clutter directly increases cortisol, the body's main stress hormone. That means that just seeing clutter can literally make you feel more anxious and tired, even if you don't touch a thing. Marjorie described it like this: "It's like walking into a room and hearing a whisper that says, 'You'll never catch up.'" Clutter isn't neutral. It talks to us. It reminds us of what we haven't finished, what we've postponed, what we feel guilty about. And over time, that emotional toll becomes heavy enough to crush joy. Clutter doesn't just drain the heart, it can also put the body at risk. Marjorie told me about a night when she tripped over a box in her hallway while getting up to use the bathroom. She caught herself before she fell, but the fear stayed with her. She realized clutter wasn't just stressful, it was dangerous. The Centers for Disease Control reports that falls are the leading cause of injury among older adults. And too often, those falls happen at home, on cluttered walkways, slippery floors, or in rooms filled with unused furniture. But that's not all. Clutter gathers dust, which worsens allergies and breathing problems. Expired medications, hidden in drawers, can be accidentally taken, causing harm. Even piles of old newspapers or magazines can be a fire hazard. Marjorie said, "I thought my house was keeping me safe. Then I realized it was putting me at risk." One of Marjorie's biggest struggles was what I call the someday trap. Her garage was full of boxes labeled just in case. Extra blankets, broken appliances she meant to fix, clothes that no longer fit, and gadgets she swore she might use someday. But here's the hard truth. Research shows that 90% of just-in-case items are never used again. Instead of saving us, they steal from us, our space, our time, and our peace. Marjorie admitted, "Every time I opened that garage, I felt like a failure. I wasn't using the things I thought I would, and instead of giving me comfort, they made me feel worse." The someday trap doesn't give us security. It chains us to the past and keeps us from living freely in the present. But perhaps the hardest clutter to face wasn't in Marjorie's garage or her closets. It was in her attic. She had boxes of her children's school projects, baby clothes, letters from her late husband, and souvenirs from trips long past. When I asked her why she kept them all, her eyes filled with tears. "If I let go, will I lose the memories too?" This is what experts call emotional attachment clutter. We believe the memory lives in the object. But psychology tells us that memories live in us. And ironically, when we keep everything, the truly meaningful items get lost in the piles. Marjorie eventually chose one memory box. Inside, she placed her husband's old watch, her daughter's wedding invitation, and one favorite baby outfit from her son. The rest, she let go. She told me later, For the first time, when I look at that box, I feel peace instead of guilt. My memories are clearer because they're not buried. The shift for Marjorie came when her granddaughter, just 8 years old, visited and asked, "Grandma, why is your house so full of stuff?" That innocent question broke her heart. She realized her clutter wasn't just affecting her, it was shaping how her family saw her. She decided, right then, that she didn't want to leave her grandchildren a house full of burdens. She wanted to leave them a legacy of peace, order, and joy. Marjorie didn't declutter her home in a weekend. She started small, with a gentle plan. Step 1. Daily use spaces first. She cleared her nightstand and her kitchen counters. Immediate wins boosted her confidence. Step 2. Safety next. She removed expired medications, tossed broken items, and cleared walkways. Step 3. Clothing. She kept only what fit and felt good today, not what reminded her of the past. Step 4. Paper. She set up 2 trays, to do and to keep. Junk mail went straight into the recycling bin. Step 5. Sentimental items last. She created her memory box and let the rest go. She didn't rush. She didn't force. She let the process feel like a gift, not a punishment. What Marjorie discovered was that decluttering wasn't just about her home, it was about her life. When her living spaces became lighter, her mind felt clearer. When her hallways were open, she walked with more confidence. When her closet only held clothes she loved, her mornings became easier. Studies back this up. Seniors who live in uncluttered environments report better sleep, lower stress, and a greater sense of control. Clutter makes us feel powerless, but clearing it restores our dignity. Marjorie said, "I thought decluttering would make me feel old. But it made me feel young again, like I could breathe." So here's the truth, and I want to say it with care. Clutter doesn't wait. It grows heavier the longer we ignore it. And one day, it may become too much. Don't let that day come. Don't wait until you're forced to declutter by illness, by a fall, or by family who have to step in. Start now, before it's too late. Marjorie's story proves it's possible. She didn't do it all in one day, but she did begin. And that one choice changed everything. So tonight, pick one small space. A drawer, a nightstand, a counter. Clear it. Feel the difference tomorrow. Because clutter doesn't just steal space, it steals joy. And you, right now, still have time to take that joy back. If this video touched your heart, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with a friend or family member who may need the same encouragement. And if you want more stories, strategies, and gentle reminders, subscribe. Because together, we can create lives that are lighter, freer, and filled with peace.